Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you all to the 2002 Region 5 Symposium as your host. The following announcements are made in the interest of having a distraction-free environment for our presenters. Please place all cell phones or other devices that make awful noises either in the off position or silent. If you find yourself needing a restroom break, you will find the restroom exits here and here. There is also a personal care station out this door at the end of the hallway. For those of you who smoke, use the parking lot and throw away in the receptacles. Please be considerate of our speakers as they are sharing their stories with us. Breaks are scheduled, but feel free to use the restrooms as needed. If you need a sign language interpreter, Karen and Alyssa are available at the front table. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for me to turn this symposium over to our CEO, the one and only Chief Executive Officer of Region 5 Services. Please welcome Matt Kosick.
A round of applause for him. Really amazing MC. We are so fortunate to have him do this for us. Well, as he mentioned, my name is Matt Kosick. I'm so excited to be here. As many of you know, I have been in my role about 2.5 years now, and one of the things that I have heard so much is, I can't wait for you to see the symposium. Like, you got it. The symposium is the most amazing thing. And when I started, we were about 3 weeks out from having the symposium, and then it got canceled. So this day has been a long day coming, and I'm very excited to be a part of it. So it's been over 3 years since the last symposium that we had in April of 2019. 3 years, be 4 or 5 months, 1,260 days since the last symposium. That is a long time. So just for reference, after the last symposium, when we had that here, 1,260 days ago, fresh on our minds were floods. Lots of flooding up along the Platte River. That was a big thing that was affecting a lot of our, some of our locations in that area. We were all very optimistic. We just had the spring football game, and our Huskers, although the previous year finished 4-8, we knew that they were destined for great things. I don't think that really happened. There was a different person on the stage. As many of you know, Dave Merrill. Dave, can you stand up and wave to the crowd? Thank you for being here, Dave. There were several words that we did not know existed at that time. So some of them were things like paylocity. How many knew that word 3.5 years ago? But obviously the big word was COVID. So at that time in April, we had no concept of what COVID meant and what that was going to mean for us and our world. And then that leads to all kinds of new words like masks, face shields, things like that. So COVID was a really tough time. Obviously, we've canceled this event 3 separate times to finally get to today. So COVID has just had a tremendous effect on the world, and it's important to me to note how Region 5 as a whole has persevered. We all had to learn a lot. We all had to change many of our normal habits just to get through and just to survive, and we've done a really amazing job. So we should all be proud that we are here today to celebrate the past few years and getting to this point. I want to recognize some folks. There we go. Helps if you hold it right side up. So there was a lot of work that went into today, and the Symposium Committee has worked tirelessly planning for getting today in line. Their names are here. If we have all the members of the Symposium Committee stand up, can we give them a round of applause? Countless meetings, practices, postponing, restarting, all of that has gone into it. Todd is not here. He could not be here today, but he sent me a picture. He's vacationing with a donkey. Today you will see many amazing performances, and a lot goes into those performances, but I want to also recognize our staff. Region 5 has an amazing group of individuals who spend day and night working hard to ensure meaningful experiences for all of those that we support. Most recently, Direct Support Professionals Recognition Week was a couple weeks ago, and we recognized all of our direct support professionals. One way that we did that was through NASP, the Nebraska Association of Service Providers, in nominating and winning the top 10 DSP of the Year award. I'm going to share this. We had 37 nominees for this award for Region 5. 37 people is an amazing number of direct support professionals, far more than any other service provider. And while we could likely recognize hundreds more than just these 37 exemplify what being a DSP is and having a commitment to those who have disabilities that they support. So can we give a round of applause? If you're on this list, can you please stand up? Here we go. We did have 4 winners in the top 10 of the DSP of the Year award. So I have those awards with me. Sarah has them. Sarah. So we'd like to recognize those that are here. So first off, let's see. So first off is Jason Faust. So Joe Kelsey is going to accept on his behalf. So Joe, come on up here. Joe works in Lincoln, has been with Region 5 for 14 years, and was nominated by Caroline Thompson. So I'll read a little bit of his nomination. In the 13 years that I've known Jason to be a person of integrity, dependability, and an amazing teammate. Jason is a person who wears many hats, including advocate, handyman, painter, groundskeeper, and problem solver. Jason goes above and beyond, and we are lucky to have him. Congratulations to Jason Faust. Next up is Lynette Bowley. Lynette works in Columbus and was nominated by Steph Metfeld. So read a little bit of her nomination. I believe that Lynette is the best choice for the NASP award because she consistently displays our agency values of respect, integrity, teamwork, and empathy. Lynette has dependably provided direct care for a gentleman for over 10 years, to whom any person can see she brightens up his day. Lynette has remained resilient and supportive throughout. good days and not so good days, focusing on a person's preferences and outcomes and working with family members and not giving up. Congratulations, Lynette. Next up is Lacey Powell. Lacey has, so Seth Cudlick is going to accept for her, so Seth, come on up.
Hello.
So Lacey has been a direct support professional for 9 years. She was nominated by the David City Leadership Team. So a little bit of what they wrote. Lacey is resilient and empathetic. Recently, Lacey experienced the loss of the gentleman she supported. This was tough on the entire team, especially Lacey. Even Lacey was grieving. She showed empathy for the gentleman's roommates, teaching them coping skills and ways to grieve. She continues to celebrate his life with his roommates by sharing milkshakes and other treats at his gravesite. Lacey is a team player and a hard worker. She mentors new and existing staff, and despite the sometimes overwhelming work everyone has to do, Lacey always offering a lending hand to help her peers balance bank statements or complete program reviews. She works a second job outside of Region 5, which is why she's not here today, and still finds time to pick up shifts for her coworkers when needed. Congratulations, Lacey. Finally, Missy Mark. Missy has been a DSP for 24 years, which was the longest of all the nominees and the most of all the winners of this award. Missy works in Nebraska City and was nominated by Kristen Easley. A little bit of what Kristen wrote. Missy is kind, considerate, and has a zest for life that is exemplified in her work and relationships with those she works with. She tries to make every day count for others. She comes up with great ideas and experiences people can enjoy, and she takes pride in her work. Missy is an avid advocate for people, and she encourages their self-advocacy as well. She speaks highly of the work that is done by Region 5 Services, and is always encouraging people in the community to learn about ED services and what they entail. Congratulations, Missy. So Missy was in the top 3 of the top 10, which means Missy also won in addition to the plaque, a $250 gift card. All right, on to the show. So today we have some amazing presenters and presentations in store for you. There will be singing, dancing, jokes, laughing, and even yoga. Yeah. A lot of hard work went into today. In fact, talking to some of the presenters this morning, they have been practicing for 3 years. They have been practicing for 1,260 days just for today. Many of the stories that you'll hear today have a similar theme, which is overcoming adversity, and most importantly, inspiring hope. It is impossible to sit through today's presentations and not feel inspired. I'm hopeful that some of you in the crowd will be inspired to share your talents or your stories next year. These stories and experiences make us stronger and, quite frankly, make the world a better place. Before we start, I want to share one quick story of inspiration. Paulette Fleming, who's seen here on the screens, lives in Nebraska City. She was slated to present today. But recently, about a week ago, she was placed in hospice care. Paulette's presentation was titled My Amazing Life, which is truly fitting. Paulette worked tirelessly to perfect her presentation where she told her life story. She struggled to find her way and then came into services at Region 5 at the Nebraska City Agency. As the years went on, Paulette flourished and lived an amazing life. She talked about the struggles in her life, and through her supports and faith, she persevered. She always looked at the positives in life and using hope to live her life. Paulette, while not here today in person, she's here in spirit and will serve as an inspiration for us all.